Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome to the darts class, welcome to a new video. Today I want to talk about what darts is going to look like for the majority of us amateur players now that the world's getting somewhere near back to normal, and how we still deal with all the COVID restrictions that might be in place. Before we get into this video, I'd like to say hello to all my new subscribers. Jack, the darts referee, posted this video here. I'll just put the thumbnail up there now, about the 5 most underrated darts channels on YouTube. He kindly included me in that list. So cheers Jack if you're watching this. If you came here and you subscribed because you're one of Jack's subscribers, put something in the comments to let me know, and I'll give you a shout out. And on the back of that, I'd like to say thank you to not only Jack, Darren from the Darts Review channel did exactly the same, and put my name forward as somebody that their subscribers should follow. It's really humbling. I started doing this channel at the start of lockdown, so I didn't think it would necessarily grow this quickly, and it's really cool that I see the same names pop up in their comments and in their live streams that pop up in mine too. So they're exactly the sort of people, you're exactly the sort of people that I want watching these videos, so it's great that they're endorsing me. I obviously endorse them back. They're an inspiration for me and my videos, so if for any reason you do subscribe to me and not them, go and subscribe to them. I'll put a link to their channels in the description. But yeah, big thank you to them, and it's great to be in such a supportive community as YouTubers with darts channels is. Right, let's get into today's video. I'm going to talk to you about what darts is going to be like for the normal pub player like myself once we can get back out there and play again in the pubs. Obviously we've had the summer series with the PDC and the World Match Play, but they're exceptional circumstances really, and they've got the power and the money of Barry Hearn and Matt Porter and the PDC behind them, so they're able to do COVID testing and stay in a bubbled environment so that they can play unimpeded by too many regulations. However, for the likes of us, it's going to be a little bit different. There's a couple of reasons why I got thinking about this. First of all was a tweet that was sent out by the Darting Nerd. So this tweet here, he writes, I've got the tweet in front of me, he writes, An interesting development for an open I'm attending on Saturday is that all players must wear a face mask. I was actually planning on wearing one throughout anyway, and fully braced myself for getting some stick for it. Any thoughts? There's lots of replies to this tweet, people saying what issues they might encounter, whether they're for it or against it. I'm not going to get into the politics of whether you're for masks or against masks, just wear one. What I will say is there are a couple of issues that wearing a mask might get you on the oche, and I'm going to get to that. I'm going to throw some darts later with one on and just see what a difference it makes. And the other thing that got me thinking about making this video is I'm actually playing competitive darts myself tomorrow night. It wasn't an easy choice. I've waited and waited before I've done anything. I've not really played any online darts during lockdown. I live down in Devon, where I am the internet's a bit sketchy at the best of times, so I thought I'd spend my time trying to get some content on this channel, get this running, and then when we go out and play some competitive darts I can hopefully get some really good content for you. But I got a message from somebody in our Super League team last week asking if I would be interested in playing in an exclusive event that he was organising. So as I said, I've been really cautious about when I first go out and start playing competitive darts. When I go out and do anything, like we all should be, I'm being really cautious. So I asked him what the crack was, and this is how we are managing to play. So the pub that we play Super League darts in has a separate function room which is annexed from the pub itself. The landlord has allowed us exclusive use for 16 players. The room itself has got 2 dartboards that are match worthy and a practice board in the middle. It's a fairly large area, they've got a couple of pool tables, and it's on a skittle alley as well. So it's well used in the pub in general, and then they use it for functions, for parties and things like that. We're allowed to use it, and we're playing purely under the understanding that we are having exclusive use of the venue. We're the only 16 in and out of that room throughout the entire time we're there. We're all to fill in NHS track and trace forms, so that if anybody in the pub that day was to have a COVID positive test, that we'd all be informed. All social distancing will be adhered to, and we must regularly anti-back our hands. We also have access to the beer garden patio, but we're the only ones allowed in and out of that point. No one else is allowed to come into the function room where we're playing. But the one thing that we don't have to do is wear a face mask. So as the darting nerd said, his competition he's going to, they are making it mandatory that you must wear one. I am still undecided whether I'm going to wear one myself yet. I have been to my local cricket club, played a bit of cricket, and we've had to hand sanitize during the games and then had a beer afterwards, and they kept up with all the regulations. It was perfectly safe to do so, but I understand some people are a bit cautious about going out and having a drink again. Tomorrow night I fully intend to have a couple of drinks. I need to have a couple of drinks if I'm going to play darts to the best of my ability and film it and show you guys. So the main issues that I think we're all going to encounter when we go out and play again is A, whether face masks become mandatory and we all have to wear them, and B, whether we're all anti-backing our hands and having to anti-back our hands. Now, like I said, I'm going to have a throw in a minute with the mask on. I'm also going to throw after just anti-backing my hands. They may seem insignificant allowances to have to make to play darts, but most of you that play, even at our local pub level, will know the inconvenience that this is going to cause. So let me just grab a dart. The way I throw, and most people throw, and the way I tell you to throw in some of my videos, is to make sure that you're lining up, sighting directly behind the dart. Now, part of my throw for this is pulling the dart back. I'll stand side on so hopefully you can see a bit better. I pull the dart back and I get to about here. So I don't get under my chin and I don't get back to my face, but I'm not far away at all. Occasionally I will catch my cheek. Now, a lot of people use that as a point in which they know that they can push forward with the dart. So will wearing a mask hamper you for that? That's one question I'm going to have a look at when I have a throw in a minute. The other question is, I'm not a glasses wearer, but from what I understand, wearing face masks, it does steam up your glasses. So if you're getting steamed up glasses in the pub and you're trying to play darts, that's not going to help you. So that's another potential issue that I can't look at here. I don't have a pair of spectacles in the house. Neither me or my wife are glasses wearers, so I can't test that one out for you, I'm afraid. But I'm sure if you are a glasses wearer and a dart player watching this, let me know in the comments what a disaster that would be for you, how steamy your glasses would get, and whether that would stop you playing. And the other issue is this stuff. So there you go, there's a Tesco's bottle of antibacterial hand gel. Other brands are available, including John Lowe's. The issue with this, obviously safety and the public health is the most important thing. The issue with this is the natural oils and grip from your hands. Some people put chalk on their hands. Some people just like the oil of their hands. This is going to sound disgusting, but when I go and play darts, I don't wash my hands once I'm in the pub. I let the natural oils that accumulate from holding a glass, from putting my hands in my hair, from touching the board, all of that accumulate. It gives me a little bit of extra grip. And then there are some people that even do this. So like Michael Smith does here, he likes to lick his fingers before he throws a dart. Now, the difference this makes is the grip you've got. I'm sure everyone has been putting this stuff on. Everybody has been washing their hands really regularly. And what you find is it dries your hands out. You get a completely different feel for grip and holding on to things. So like I say, I'm going to throw some darts in a minute with my mask on and see what a difference it makes and what my reaction to that is. And then after that, I'm going to anti-back my hands and then throw from there. Whether it's all psychosomatic and mental, that's to be determined and will probably be down to your own opinion. But I'm going to have a go with it and see what difference it makes. Because in reality, I think that's the way we're headed. I think before we get a vaccine for COVID-19, it's unlikely that we're going to see darts return to normal, having these packed bars with just standing room only, people licking their fingers, touching the board, buying pints, shaking hands before and after matches. I think we can all pretty much say from what we've seen that that's not going to happen for a long while yet. So if we are going to get back out and play there, these are the sort of things you might expect to have to do to play. So if you're here watching this, you're going to see how a dart player gets on under those restrictions. Okay, so in order to do this, I'm going to have to do something I haven't done for a while on the channel. The hat's going to have to come off. I don't wear the hat for any particular reason, in case any of you wondered, apart from the fact that I'm a big cricket fan and big rugby fan, and the Oddballs charity do a real good amount of work to raise awareness and raise money for testicular cancer. So you might have heard of them. If not, check them out. They've got loads of stuff on their website actually, hats, pants, socks, you name it, and you can do your bit to help them along. So they're a really good charity to be supportive with. But obviously this mask has got to go behind the ears, so I'm going to stick this mask on and see what it's like to throw with it. With this angle, you're not going to get to see just how close it gets to my face, and if it touches, you're going to have to take my word for it, but hopefully it'll give you a good idea. And I've got the camera set up on the board as well, so we'll be able to see if it has an awful effect on my darts, or if it's pretty much the same. So let's get one of these masks on. So these are just your basic masks that everyone seems to have at the moment. You can buy a pack of 10 for about £3 or £4 in Tesco's or Sainsbury's or wherever you go do your shopping, and these tend to be the ones of choice. These are actually ones they give out in the hospitals as well at the moment, I found out. So I'm going to put this on, throw some darts and see how we get on. Right, it's on, it's secure. Let's have a throw. Okay, right, straight away a couple of things. That might not have looked too bad. 85 not be might I'll take this down. 85 might not be a bad throw for you. For me, the first thing I noticed is this top part was in my peripheral vision. So whilst that's on your nose, even if you don't mean to, you can see that white band coming across. So if you're easily distracted, then that could become an issue. Now, I said to you earlier on in the video that I don't pull my dart all the way back to my face. Each one of those touched the mask. I threw the first one quite naturally and I thought, wait a minute, that's touched the mask. Once I'd realised that, I paid more attention to it, and you saw the second ones were dragged low and left. That's my initial reaction after 3. So let me throw some more and just see if it's consistent or if I notice anything else. Yeah, that's horrible. The first one hit my mask. Again, I take this off. The first one hit my mask and went left, and it put me off. So the second one, I purposely tried to bring the dart back a bit wider. Didn't touch my mask, but dragged it down horribly. So I tried to correct it in the third one again. It put me off and hit it. So I'll have another 3, and then I'm gonna do the anti-back part of the video as well. Okay, so they weren't so bad. Again, the first one touched my mask and I adjusted with the second 2 and they were more floaty. Now everyone will know on here that the one thing you shouldn't do, and the one thing I try and advise you not to do, is alter too much of your throw. Try and stay consistent, and that really makes you think about it, and it makes you think, what have I got to do to stop that hitting my face mask, or if it does, how can I switch off and make sure that doesn't distract me? So that's a potential issue there. I mean, I'm not throwing the worst darts in the world because of it, but it's certainly something that if you're easily distracted, it can get to you. So here we go. The next point I'm going to do is the hand anti-back. So just the normal, I mean, you can't see what my hands are like, but they're relatively clean. I gave the baby a bath an hour ago, but since then, accumulate a little bit of grease, pick up a drink, things like that, that will happen. So I put just a good normal size of antibac in my hand and rub that in. So this is what most people are going to be asked to do regularly. Again, like I say, I imagine masks and hand sanitising is going to be the sort of thing that you're regularly asked to do. So I would be doing this a good 5 minutes before the game. Straight after doing it, I've never really thought about it. Hands are quite tacky straight away. So let's have 3 quick darts now and just see how they throw immediately after sanitising. Okay, they're really grippy. I might do that again. I like a grippy dart. This might be the key to me turning pro if I hit a 140 first time after picking them up. But already I can feel that tackiness going and the hands drying out and losing a bit of grip. So let's throw another 3. If I keep hitting 140s, then I'm just going to go COVID pro, but I'm sure that's not the way it's going to work. None of this is edited together, by the way. Just had a few people comment on some videos, oh, do you splice them at this point and things like that. I just throw it as I do. So if I have a good few throws, then you see me do that for real. But trust me, I hit enough 11s and 7s and things like that. So that little bit of chatting has just made my hands go really, really quite dry and with not a lot of grip in my fingertips. Let's see if it makes a difference. Oh, okay. Right. I know what I think then, but I'm going to just try 3 more and just see if I've got the same issue. Okay, that's going to be really interesting because what I thought happened did happen. Just the dart in my hand, when I pulled it back, I was very aware that it wasn't well gripped. So I was making all these small decisions. Do I grip the dart a bit harder? Do I throw it a bit harder? And whether you can see it in the video, I don't know. There's a lot more shoulder in all of them, yet they're all dropping low. That might be a real issue because the mask didn't bother me that much. The hand anti-back, after just a minute or 2, I've lost all grip. So I'm going to throw 3 more and just see what compromises in my throw, what I have to adjust to throw normally, or whether I can throw normally with them. That was better. Okay, actually, those 3 weren't as bad. In general, my thoughts to this are that it's going to be a challenge for some people. It's not going to be like normal. It's not going to be as it is normally down the pub. Even down to just shaking hands or marking the board, there's going to be so much that's different. So I would recommend that if you take your pub darts seriously, that before you get going again, that you have a few throws after you've washed your hands recently or anti-bac them, and that you even have a go throwing with a mask on, because people, this is going to be this way for a while, and the only way that pub darts is going to carry on is with some changes to the regulations, and these are the 2 most likely that are going to happen. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you haven't already, remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time on the darts class. I'm hoping, like I say, tomorrow to be playing some competitive darts, so hopefully we're going to have some really fun content for you next time. So everybody stay safe, and we'll see you soon.